Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
Jimenez floats one, left field. Hernandez makes the catch. Back to second. Game 7 tomorrow night.
I can't believe it.
It's a game-ending double play. Kike Hernandez.
I can't believe it, dude.
Rojas.
Like I'm still stunned. Like, we're recording this podcast maybe 6 minutes after that play just happened. I'm still stunned. Just the entire ninth inning in its entirety. The Barger could have been inside the park game tying home run. Outfielders throwing their hands up and getting in a ground rule double. The run doesn't score. It's a 3-1 ball game. You think it's at least 3-2. Potentially it's 3-3 because they're saying it's stuck in the fence, so it's got to be a ground rule double. What if the umpires are like, fuck you, dude, just pick it up? Now it's a game tying 2-run inside the park home run. Now it's 3-3 in the bottom of the ninth, and who knows what happens from there because there were no outs. So instead, by the umpire's discretion, you have runners at second and third with nobody out. Clement comes up there, fucking first pitch swinging, pops up. Thank you very much. Pop up in the infield. There's your first out. And then you have this play that we opened the show with. It is Kike Hernandez doubling off Barger at second base. The pick from Miggy Rowe at the bag. All of it. It's Jesus, like game 7. It's like, all right, yeah, fuck yeah, like game 7, but also like, holy shit, Blue Jays. Like, I want to know where you guys are at in terms of that's the backbreaking loss for Toronto, where it's like, how do they overcome that in game 7? Or is it, man, like that was such a punch in the mouth that they have to come out firing in game 7 because that probably just pissed them off and motivated them so much because of the way that game ended. Which one is it?
We're talking about a team that's already showed its resiliency coming off an absolute drubbing, right? And they got their shit together and they put themselves in this position, which is to still win the World Series, but does potentially blowing an opportunity to win the World Series before winning the World Series prevent you from winning the World Series. And that's a long-winded way of saying, I believe this team has already showed the ability to bounce back. I can't think that with only one game left, that this is too much for them to overcome. There is one thing that you have to consider. What does George Springer feel like tomorrow after going through what he went through today? And I understand that there was a day or two, a day and a half, maybe 2, whatever, off.
3 days. It was 2. He missed 2 games and then the Thursday off day.
So you have 3 days of, I mean, and the reason I say a day and a half too is because of there's activity of sorts to test this out. Just the stress tests. You don't get to not count those as activity as well, based on what the human feels. I know that. So that's where, what does he look like tomorrow? What does it feel like tomorrow? Because that lineup is going to look different.
Dude, he had 2 hits.
He contributed to that lineup. So it's not as if it just doesn't matter. But man, if the Dodgers could ever tap into and use some momentum, is it not that right there? Because what it does is it also keeps them in a really good spot. The fact that they had to go to Glasnow and he wasn't overextended by any means, that is huge. First pitch out from Clement, and then the double play to end the game. That's massive. That is so impactful for Doc. Because at this point, I know it was warm-up pitches, and I mean, how many, I go to the game log, but how many total pitches did Glasnow throw?
3?
I mean, just...
he threw...
That was like 5.
3.
3?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threw 3 pitches. So literally more taxed than that. Right? Like more taxed in the warm-up than the actual outing. So that's a huge save.
Also, how does I know we're kind of jumping ahead here. How is that going to work with Ohtani for Game 7? Because if he starts, he can stay the DH. But what if he comes out of the bullpen? Then what?
Well, it's not only coming. I mean, so if he comes out of the bullpen, as was being explained, come out of the bullpen, you then got to move him to a position if you want to maintain that, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then you remove him.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Like right now, like this is Scherzer's scheduled start, right?
Yes.
So it's Scherzer and TBD. Like we don't know what the Dodgers are going to do. Like obviously Dave Roberts is not like lining up to tip his hand here, but Glasnow threw 3 pitches. You've got Ohtani. I mean, it's Game 7 of the fucking World Series. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we're gonna see everybody. Like everybody's going tomorrow. There is no game after this, so I'm very excited. Obviously, like I don't know. I can't sit around and be too sad for Toronto because I'm fucking stoked that we're actually getting a Game 7 of the World Series. Like these are rare. They're always awesome. I would love to fulfill the prophecy of the pick, but also just we squeezed every last bit of juice out of this 2025 season, and I'm excited for that. Like there's no more baseball could have possibly been played. So yeah, I mean, sure, throw Scherzer out there, but like you're getting everyone. Like there's no excuses for this. But I guess as far as tonight's game goes, the 9th inning is the only discussion, right? Like the 9th inning was the game.
I mean, yes. There's, I mean, you can because what are we talking about? I mean, you can highlight how disgusting Gosman was out of the gate and what they were able to get from him. You can
very similar to his other outing where he was disgusting, but like it was 1 inning of getting touched up, and that's all it took.
And that's all it took because the guy on the other side was just that much better, just a little bit. And it wasn't another complete game. Shout out, Jared. Good call.
Nailed that pick. Yep.
But Yamamoto's giving you like if the regression is 6 innings of 1-run ball, 6 punch outs, 1 walk, like if that's the regression from 2 complete games from Yamamoto, I'll take that.
Yes or no? Do we see Yamamoto warming up in the bullpen tomorrow? Even if he doesn't come in, do you think we'll get the image of him warming up? I think we do. I think we get the camera shot of him walking out to the bullpen in like the 6th inning or something.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, everybody's going to be out there. So for me, and like Coley was saying, like we all know that it's everybody. Everybody's available. All hands on deck. Yeah, I think what will be interesting is the Ohtani.
I know that I just said that the game was basically the 9th inning. I have to shout out Mookie Betts because if not for Mookie coming through with that knock, we're still playing baseball right now. It's still a 1-1 ball game. It's not like the Dodgers came out and kicked the Blue Jays' ass here offensively. It was a Will Smith double in the 3rd. And then later in the inning with the bases loaded, Mookie came through with a knock to left that drove in 2 runs. And that was your game winner. I know that like it goes all the way back to the 3rd inning, but yeah, Mookie after Game 5, he seemed really defeated. He's like, it's not from a lack of effort. I wish I had some answers for you. I just suck right now. I'm trying really hard to be good, and I'm not. And like even Poppy after that game was like, I hate to hear him answer questions like this. Like that's not the Mookie that I know. Like the Mookie that I know is confident and knows that he's good at this game. And right now he sounds really down on himself. And that's like unfamiliar territory for a guy that you could put in any professional league and he'd probably be really good at that too. He's just a freak athlete. So yeah, I mean, from like we got we know what Shohei is capable of. He's been doing it in spurts this postseason, spurts of greatness. Freddie had the walk-off home run in the 18-inning game in LA, and we were kind of just waiting. Like, when's Mookie going to check in? When's Mookie going to have his moment I know it's hard to have a moment in the third inning, especially the way that the game ended, the way that it played out in the ninth inning. But I mean, again, if Mookie doesn't get that knock to drive in 2, we're still playing baseball right now.
Yeah, and that's part of needing guys to step up in spots that they just haven't been. And that's why being the Los Angeles Dodgers is a really good thing, because you have at any given moment somebody outside of the expected role players, like the expected guys, that the impactful guys like a Mookie, like an Ohtani, like a Freddie. You expect other guys to also perform. Well, when other guys are doing that, you get the double from Smith, you get the knock from somebody who's sorely needed it. And when he performs, it feels like everybody's performing. You win ball games. And it's really nice that Mookie Betts starts to show up, or is maybe just appearing at the right moment.
I mean, the MVP, who, if you were to pick an MVP of this game, who would you pick?
Ooh.
I think there is a very clear MVP of this game.
Really?
Yes.
Just a very, like it's a position player.
Like, he won this game. Justin
Dean.
Kike Hernandez. As that ball got wedged in the fence, Dean was looking back. Kike was the first outfielder to put his hands up to signal, like, hey, don't touch it. Dead ball. Like, we're signaling it's a dead ball. Don't touch it. And then that's when Dean threw his hands up, and then it was rule to ground rule double that prevented the run from scoring. And then he doubled off Barger at second. I mean, it was more of a Barger mistake, but he still has to notice that he's that far off the bag, make the throw, then Miggy Rowe can pick it. Yeah, I think you could make the case that, like, Kike impacted this game in a way that was far greater than maybe anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the mix for it because, I mean, outside of that, the MVP is Yamamoto.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, it could also go to Mookie Betts because of the go-ahead, right? But for me, it would be Yamamoto. That's a body of work that you absolutely needed, especially with the bullpen in the shape that it's in. But as far as that's why you need players, veteran players with experience like that, to be able to slow the game down in that moment. And when you think about it, if you zoom out and watch that unfold, it's the visual of a young player in front of the older veteran behind him who is communicating, and whether or not Dean is listening to it, hears it, but it's just being reinforced by it, telling him what to do, like what route to go. This is what we need to be doing in this moment. This is the play. This is the play. Like the veteran presence, baseball IQ, man. And then again, like we said, you start to see a little space at second. Oh,
this reaction video may top the Phillies one.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like, I'm just seeing it for the first time now, and like between like Jay Hay looks like he just witnessed a murder. I'm gonna play it. Hold on.
Up, they'll probably get runs.
Oh.
He got off the bat. What are you doing? He's out.
No!
Addison Barger's brain doesn't fucking work at all.
Oh my God! It was bad, man. It was bad. Yeah, that's definitely a stay off social media kind of night if you're Addison Barger.
Tough. That's why I said like just the roller coaster of emotion for Addison Barger in the span of 2 minutes. You hit a double. You think you have a run scored. You might be motoring around the bases yourself. You get brought back to second base. Stay here. Run does not score. No big deal. Second and third, nobody out. And then moments later, you are doubled off in the World Series that was well within reach, is now headed for a Game 7.
That's unbelievable, man. Game 7. Wow.
Why?
Here we are. Here we are with Summer saying 7-player pick'ems from Dallas Braden, JC, and Justin
Just
Havens. Some people are saying Justin Havens is going to throw out a 7-player
We're gonna
pick'em.
try.
Hey,
We're gonna
Game
try.
7.
We're gonna sell it.
A lucky 777?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna send it in, and if they don't post it, that's on them.
A lucky 777. I mean, we almost nailed the 6-legger.
I didn't think he would answer. I texted Kike. He answered.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's get him on the streams.
Yeah.
Be like, hey,
Ask
man,
him
can
if
you,
he can
can
hop
you wear a
on win or
GoPro?
lose tomorrow.
Yeah, hey, Kike, if you could right now, real quick, just download playback. We're going to get you a profile.
Oh, man. Hold on. Got to answer. I mean, the guy's a World Series hero. Yeah, so we're both going to be turning, all three of us are going to submit pick'ems. How many end up on the Underdog Fantasy app? I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully all three. Hopefully all three. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats like strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. It's all total bases for me. Dallas, he mixes in a bunch of other nonsense, and I don't know what Jay's going to do because he's never done one. Trying to get him on the pick'em game. Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's Jared to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. Yeah, you're going to want to take the pick'ems tomorrow night. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Nuts.
He's fired up. He said, gotta find a way. Game 7. What a life. What a life indeed, Kike. What a life indeed. Very funny guy. Love Kike. Admire him for his postseason heroics and his ability to just be like, what do you need me for, Skip? You need me to play short? You need me to play second? You need me to play the outfield? Got you. You need me to hit tanks? You need me to throw guys out to end World Series games? I got you. Yeah, that's the kind of guy that
feels like he's
you
a
want
ball
on your
player.
team. Man, I don't know. This feels like a podcast reaction, like a World Series reaction pod that should be one of the longer ones, but the game discussion happened in like this very small window, and I think we nailed it. But I'm just so fired up for Game 7 that I don't want to go. I don't know. I want to talk about it some more.
Well, there's just because there's so many different ways you can look at it, and so many different ways you could spin it. Right? There's ways you could spin it positively, like I tried to for the Blue Jays, citing the fact that they have been able to get up off the canvas once and not only punch back but land some heavy blows, and that's a positive because, well, you just kind of got caught. You got caught with a short one, and now you got to get back up again. No problem. We've been there. But if there's a negative to it, it's that your opponent is in a spot where they feel like they're still just a bit stronger in terms of the pitching matchup. Now, do you still feel that way, that Glasnow had to get ready and go through the warm-up process to get game ready, with Scherzer not having to go through that? Maybe.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, if they have Scherzer start the game, who can you go second for length? Like, let's say Scherzer gives
Hoffman?
you 3. Who do you go second that's going to be a different look?
But you want Hoffman later. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Fluharty got the work late.
Like, how many days rest is
There's only
Biebs?
Only a third of an inning. Beebs, he'll be available because this will be like a bullpen day. It's
Yeah.
2 games away. Yeah, this is day. Yeah, that'll be day 2, right?
Everybody's available, Dallas. It's game 7. It's all on the line. Do or die.
I mean,
What?
And honestly,
I was going to say Eric Lauer's name, but I just didn't feel.
Why not? He's been good.
I mean,
yeah, it's like, and if Bieber's available, and you want to give Max a bulk, do you feel like you could steal the first 3 outs with Bieber?
I like that idea. I do. Beebs for
I mean, if
2,
you're gonna-
Scherzer for like 4.
Because then would you use him? Then when would you use him? And would you feel like you wasted him if it's 5-1
Yeah.
in the 5th and you're
Yeah.
running him out there for 2 innings to bridge it to get you to the 7th, hopefully, and you've been able to claw back? But if you're doing that, who are you doing that against? Is it Glasnow who's rolling, and that's unlikely, or
Do you lean into the playoff / World Series experience and still stick with Scherzer? I don't know. How many bullets do you think Beebs has for you? Is it
Well,
2 innings?
Well, and here's the thing is, again, just because of what he's coming off of health-wise, like I want to, and I understand, and knowing Beebs, he's telling you, just dial the fucking phone number.
Yeah.
Got it? Call down there and you tell me when, and I'm going, and we're rolling. All that being said, if you can give him a little bit of a runway, that's why I thought to myself, if Bieber's an option, why is he not an option to start this thing?
So I think the answer to that, at least for me, is I'm asking myself, who do I think can prepare properly or I guess quicker in a relief role? Like, I feel like with Scherzer, I think I would rather, like, I see what you're saying, like, because obviously I think Scherzer can give you more. So you want to go like 2 for Beebs, maybe 4 for Scherzer, something like that. But I think it would be more difficult for Scherzer to get the body hot and going in a relief role than if he had just taken the day to prepare as a starter. Like, I'm going 6. That's my only concern.
Well, and here's where I look at Max, and I call Max tonight, and I'm asking Max before he leaves, hey, this is what we're thinking. If this is what we go with, and you know what? If you want to know before you go to bed tonight, I'm going to try to have that answer for you, Max. I'm going to try, but I don't know because we've got some other things that we need to figure out. But by the time I leave here, I want to be able to let you know whether or not you're going to be starting the game, or, hear me out, I want to give you a window. So if we're going to start with Beebs and he stumbles, we'll find somebody to get it to your runway. And if that means the 3rd inning, then I need you to be physically prepared to take the baseball anywhere from the 3rd to the 5th. Can you do that? Can you be ready and keep yourself ready to do that? Because if you can do that, that's where you become a weapon for us. And Max, I have no doubt you can do that, because I want to treat you like a caged fucking animal. I want you down there calling the dugout, pissed off you're not in the game. All right? That's where I want you mentally. Can you give me that? Are you prepared for that? Can you handle that much?
He's been there and done that, right?
Oh, absolutely. And
he pitched in the game 7 in 19 or no? That was Strasburg?
That was Strauss.
But did he appear out of the bullpen or no? That was when like his fucking like tricep or something was like remember he said he couldn't even like put a t-shirt on that day?
His neck. His wife had to dress him because getting out of bed, his neck was fucking torqued. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
he started World Series Game 7.
Yeah, started Game 7.
Oh, was it Strasburg?
No.
Mm-mm.
Been there and done that. I'm fucking fired up, dude. Like I'm over the shock of how this one ended, and I've moved on to Game 7. I'm fired the fuck up for this game. I can't wait. I don't care who's starting. We're not going to see any CGs in Game 7. We're going to see a whole melting pot of arms, elbows. We're going to be on it selfishly. I wish we could pick up that 18-inning game and fucking drop it in
transport.
game 7. Yeah. I want to be streaming until fucking 4:30 in the morning tomorrow night.
You're getting 18 innings. Don't know how it pans out, but you're getting 18.
At that point, I can't be picky. It's like, all right, if I get another 18-inning epic, I don't care who wins. I just want all the baseball. Give me that shit. Fired up. Jay, do you have any other thoughts on game 6 before we get to the Nugs?
No, I almost feel like, other than I just feel like my reaction to how tragic this is for the Blue Jays, like as a turn of events in a World Series, like potential winning scenario, still hasn't sank in because I was selfishly rooting for a game 7.
Yeah.
So that I got the conclusion I wanted. Like, I mean, this is one of the most, if they go on to lose the World Series, the Blue Jays, that is, I think you put that up there with 2011, which I reference all the time. And the Rangers collapse in that game, and the Nelson Cruz and Mark Lowe and all, like Neftali Feliz and all of that stuff. Like I think it'll be one of the worst. And people, it's one of those where you almost have to remind yourself, like, if they lose in game 7, but it's not dramatic, like that everything turned in the game 6 is, to me, just as heartbreaking. But no, other than that, I'm just really excited for the game 7. And it's been a long time since we had a game 7 won by the home team. And I'd always rather see the home team celebrate and have it be that sort of scenario.
Breaking news. The Dodgers' current plan is to start Shohei Ohtani in Game 7 of the World Series.
Love it. I mean,
Shohei.
If you were for the same
Ohtani.
reason we just talked about how they would maneuver like with Bieber, and if you're going to use him, if he's on the radar, which he is, do you want to wait until it's too late? Do you want to find yourself in a spot where it is too late? Like referencing that 6-1 scenario, 5-1, 6-1 scenario. Like, okay, now is this where we're going to throw Ohtani in relief and really put ourselves in a bind in terms of what if he's not in a spot to finish the game out? Like, we're not just going to leave him out there to wear 105 pitches through 5 innings, because that's what it takes to keep his bat in the lineup, hoping we run into one. Can't do that. So I think it makes sense. Give us what you got, big boy. And then from there, swing it. But do you understand? Could you imagine what the fucking storybook looks like? If this dude goes
Is that on that stupid list
on
of
the
his?
mound and at the dish in game 7. What's that?
Is that on that list of his, of like things to accomplish?
To start, and well, you got to believe a game 7 is probably somewhere on the Ohtani wish list. Yeah, like that future. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Trust me, I felt like the only, and it is that way because it's full total dominance from line to line to start the game, go CG, and contribute offensively in a way that really matters, which is just what he does. That is the only story that's better than him coming in and closing out a game after he's done something magnificent offensively.
Crazy. All right, Jay, the Nugs, please.
Yeah, gladly. So Varland has now appeared in 14 games, that following up on a previous Nug that ties Brandon Morrow in 2017 and Paul Ossenmacher in 1997 for the most games by a pitcher in a single postseason. Also following up on a previous note, both Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Ernie Clement are now on the all-time list for most hits in a single postseason. It's still Arozarena in 20 with 29, then Vlad this year with 28, then Ernie Clement this year with 27. Wow. As I said, the last time that the home team has won a World Series Game 7 was St. Louis in 2011. It has been 4 consecutive World Series Game 7s that have been won by the road team. If Max Scherzer is indeed the starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow, at 41 years and 96 days old, he will be the oldest pitcher to start a World Series Game 7 in history, and he will be the second oldest pitcher to start a Game 7 of any postseason series. The only instance of an older pitcher is Roger Clemens when he was 42 years and 78 days old for Game 7 of the 2004 NLCS. Tonight is the first game-ending double play in a World Series Game 6 or Game 7 since Curt Flood grounded into a double play to end Game 6 of the 1964 World Series. It is also only the 4th game-ending double play in the World Series that was not a ground ball and that had the tying or winning runs on base. The only previous instances of that, 2015 Game 4 when Lucas Duda lined out, down 5-3. In the 1972 Game 5 when Bert Campaneris popped out, down 5-4. And Game 1 of the 1907 World Series when Frank Chance got doubled up on a line drive with the game tied 3-3, and they ended it. That World Series would technically go to 8 games. The Yoshinobu Yamamoto is the 6th pitcher to have a 3-start stretch in a postseason with at least 24 innings pitched, but no more than 3 runs allowed in the wild card era, joining Smoltz in 96, Schilling and Randy Johnson in 2001, Cliff Lee in 2010, and Justin Verlander in 2012. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is up to 12 extra base hits this postseason. That is tied for the 6th most in a single postseason. The only instances of more: Arozarena in 20, Freese in 2011, Harper in 22, Albert Pujols in 2011, and Nelson Cruz in 2010. And those are the Nugs.
Thank you, Justin Havens.
Yep.
Dallas, final thoughts?
Game 7.
Dallas, final thoughts?
Game 7.
Oh.
That's it. I mean, fuck, man. This is, like, all the storylines aside, we pray for Game 7s. We talk about sweeps. We talk about gentlemen sweeps. We pray for Game 7s, and we got one. Like, there's just no better way for a fan that does not have anything invested in terms of a team or a horse in this race. Like, there's no better way for this season to end for me than this, knowing everything that's on the table that could potentially unfold. Like, I'm here for every bit of that. Game 7.
Jay, final thoughts?
Yeah, I'll double down on that. 2019, that was the last time we got a World Series Game 7. I mean, you feel like you get these, you just don't get them very often. My life was completely different 6 years ago, the last time we got this.
Same.
And it'll be completely different 6 years from now, maybe the next time that we get one. So I'm going to come in extremely hot tomorrow, extremely excited. I remember where I was for 2019 World Series Game 7. I remember where I was for every World Series Game 7 that has happened in my lifetime. At least that I was old enough to have consumed. So I'm extremely excited to be here with you guys tomorrow.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
If you haven't tuned in to Just the Nuts, our stream that we do, I would say now's the time to do that.
Yep.
We will be streaming for Game 7. And again, I will repeat myself. The critique that has been out there is, why would I watch other people watch baseball? Take whatever streams you're used to seeing. This is not that. It is basically a game-long podcast. There's no dead air. We're not sitting there looking at our phones until something happens for us to scream, "Let's go," or whatever. We are having baseball conversations, random conversations, the entire game. It is essentially a 9-inning podcast with the podcast people that you're listening to right now. So I'm assuming that you would like it, because if you listen to this podcast, then you would like the stream. It's the same people. So check it out. We're on YouTube, playback. If you're on the playback app, then you can watch the game with us. You can see the same feed that we're watching together. It's on YouTube if you don't prefer to do that. And it's also on Twitter. So your last chance until whatever fucking Tuesday in March or April that we return for the regular season. Appreciate everyone for hanging with us for these daily World Series reaction pods, and everyone that's watched the entire stream and then also listened to the podcast. Very, very appreciative for all the time that you've spent with us. Again, Jays and 6. Excuse me, Jays and 7. Jays and 7. Still on the table, and it could happen Saturday night. We'll see you there.
Wow.